So what imaginative injuries could we inflict upon each other with stuff from this room?
Yeah, well, we are all in the same room now, so I would say, why bother with imaginary injuries?
What a rare opportunity.
Yeah, you see, you didn't like that, did you?
No, I hate sound effects right in my ear.
Yeah, it's loud, it's noisy. Yeah. Nell, well, you're far away. I can't.
There's not much we can do.
There's not much you can do about that.
Uh-huh.
I disagree with your life choices.
Oh.
Oh, that's me.
And yet somehow she survives.
I live?
For now.
I'm going to strangle you with that boomerang.
Oh, I forgot I have an authentic Australian boomerang on the wall.
And I'm looking right at it.
You both must feel so at home.
Yes.
Oh. With the
just
strangling.
like the cheap bits of tat we have at home. Yay. It was procured in an actual Australian tat shop. So there you are.
A real one. And for it to qualify as official Australian tat, it does have to be taken off of a corpse.
Yeah, that's pretty true. That's pretty true. And a corpse on the side of the road.
God bless Australia.
What's galling is they took that boomerang, just destroyed it, and then shaped it into a new boomerang and painted it, in what they imagine Aboriginal art would be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Scott Morrison did that.
It is surprising that he stuck with it for that long, but by God he did, just to see the look on those lefties' faces who said he couldn't do it.
Well, there you go. That's a man of his word and his principles.
What a fat cunt. Sorry.
Welcome to One Good Thing, the podcast that always keeps its ass handy. I'm Paulie Horn.
I'm Helen, you idiot.
The quote for the film.
Uh-oh.
Yes, that's right, Paul is back. It's not even Jen in disguise a bit. It's actual Paul.
Hello, me, or not even me in the past. I mean, it will be, but not the past, but a bit past.
I guess all of this will come to pass soon enough.
Such as this.
And he rejoins us in the depths of Recommendations Month. But we are not alone. We are joined by the mythical cryptid of the OGT-verse, often heard shuffling around in the background, occasionally required to yell in opinions on vital topics like somebody's hair. It's Janelle Heald.
Hey, Nell.
Hello.
Hey.
Hello.
Tell Nell about us, Heald.
What?
Yeah, most of our guests have podcasts to promote. You could promote. That's fantastic.
Oh, right, yeah. Of course, I'm in Quest Fan. I'm in Quest Fantastic.
Nell's in Quest Fantastic.
Yes. It's my only podcast.
Yeah. Of her own merit. So it's great.
Yeah. It's the best podcast. Everybody listen to it.
Most galling because you are the best of us and yet have the fewest podcasts.
Well, it's like Daniel Day-Lewis, isn't it? Only comes out of retirement to do the occasional TTRPG campaign.
I like Daniel Day-Lewis.
You're the Daniel Day-Lewis of podcasts. Cool. You stay in character at all times.
I feel like that also means I'm unsettling, right?
You're a little unsettling in most roles.
A little bit, only because of your massive talent.
Does he intimidate people because of his very method style?
Yeah, if he's playing an intimidating man like he's done in his career, then with his
people
career,
are afraid of him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't you be?
Me!
I'm afraid of everyone.
I found another job, wife. Is it as a nice person this time?
No.
You're joking, right?
Not for Daniel Day-Lewis. Can't believe that's his real accent.
I think it's very important that my character never picks up his shoes. Every one of his characters has that trait. Damn it. But enough about the galling home life of Daniel Day-Lewis. Nell has inflicted life's ultimate cruelty because she's recommended actual grown-up director Robert Zemeckis' 1992 comedy Death Becomes Her.
Yes.
Yes.
Some people will go to any length to stay young forever.
Is that someone?
It's Madeline Ashton. She was a big star in the 60s.
I thought she was dead.
Oh, madam, you look younger every day.
Thank you, Rose.
But Madeline Ashton and her old friend Helen Sharp
I've lost men to her before. Mad Hell!
are about to go too far.
A touch of magic. Drink that potion, and you'll never grow even one day older.
Bottoms up.
Death becomes her.
Now, Kevin Kline was originally cast in the role that went to Bruce Willis, but fell out due to a pay dispute. Kevin Kline used to be able to get paid for his work.
Wow. The 90s is a foreign and terrible place.
It really is.
Like, I know who Kevin Kline is, but right now I can't think of a single
Wild
film
Wild
he's
West?
in. Oh, yeah.
He was rolling through the Wild Wild West.
Fish Called Wanda.
Yeah. Oh.
Bouncing through the Wild Wild West.
That was his peak. And he was in some movie where he played the president, Dave, I think.
Oh.
I think that was a big deal in America. I think that might be his big deal in
Is
America.
Dave that alien one? No. I'm
Paul, thinking of K-Pax.
Paul. No.
You're thinking of Independence Day.
I'm thinking of Paul. That's what it is, not Dave. Look, it's a name with 4 letters.
I know, right? It's easily indistinguishable with that, Spencer, just, absolute nonsense.
I was thinking As Good As It Gets. They went, no, that's Greg Kinnear. Greg Kinnear probably could have bartered for things in the 90s
what happened to
as well.
Greg Kinnear?
Oh, yeah. Nothing.
He became Rory Kinnear.
No, one of his films has
are they
endured. That's the weird thing.
He was in Little Miss Sunshine.
Oh, I haven't seen that.
Oh,
Who is he?
Right.
Is he the...
He's the dad, I think.
Ah.
He's the sunshine.
He's Sunshine in all of
Yeah,
them.
Mr.
okay.
Sunshine.
Yeah.
Now, let me tell you, this movie was a big deal vis-a-vis VFX. Industrial Light and Magic worked on the film, and they did the special effects for Grey Man this year, so they're very good.
There's only so... No matter how good you are, there's only so much you can do.
We need you to put a scene in. What? Any reference? Here's a picture of Ryan Gosling I took a week ago. You both have margaritas. Yeah, it's a pretty sick day, bro. What did you do?
Picture this. There's an up-close and personal, very chunky sort of gunfight in Prague, yeah? And then they get on the tram, yeah? And then, this is where you come in, guys.
What happens next? What's the tone of the movie? Bye!
Quite like that film. Other than
that bit.
that silly moment.
Yeah.
I felt Jessica Hennick and Ana Diarmas were underused because I love them both a lot.
Oh, yeah. Wait,
they-
I don't think I know who they are.
Jessica Hennick is the lady who kept getting screamed at by Chris Evans, and then in the end turns out to be a bad guy.
Yes.
I liked her being devilish.
Also in The Matrix.
The Matrix.
Resurrections.
Played Bugs.
I know Ana Diarmas.
Ana Diarmas.
Yeah, she was in...
I love her.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
She's
she's
great.
the best.
Mm.
And she was fun in this. She got to shoot some folk. But
She
I know
did.
she can
Yeah,
kick ass
yeah.
harder than that. I've seen it.
I've seen it
do
firsthand.
Yeah. Excuse me, Miss Yam. Yes, it's the first film to have computer-generated skin texture, revolutionary use of blue screens, animatronic models, and prosthetics. In fact, the special effects work developed here became a big part of the work that the same team did on Jurassic Park the following year.
Wow.
Aw.
Yeah,
Alright.
yeah. No Goldie Hawn getting her head bashed in, no T-Rex.
You do have to take one with the other.
Yeah. Thank God I had time to work on this. I know exactly how to do this massive dinosaur now.
Just looking at animatronic T-Rexes with Goldie Hawn's face taped onto it.
My inspiration.
Yeah.
And her
Oh, you've got a model of her face. Yeah, model.
I was like, oh, they painted a little face onto his fingernails. No. It's not what you were saying at all.
Personalized nails to the T-Rex. And he's a big fan of Goldie Hawn.
It was the hands, the little T-Rex hands. I was like, oh, yeah, that is true. They probably did paint her face.
Ironically,
That is
the
true, right?
Goldie Hawn should have been on his face.
Yeah.
And you'd want Jack Nickel talons on his hands.
Nickel talons.
Because talons on the hands.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Like Goldie Hawn on the nose.
There's his first film role there.
But Goldie
I
Hawn's
was thinking
name is
about that the
Goldie
other day.
Horns. I don't understand the talents.
This is all excellent.
Look, we've been together for 6 years. If anyone gets what I was going on about, whatever the fuck that was, right in.
And if anyone knows the first film roles starring Jack Nicholson that I pointed at just there, let us know. It'd be good, I guess.
Oh, I wasn't watching.
Oh, it's just there. In between raw and rare exports. What a shelf is just there.
I don't know.
I feel like I could point out most actors' debut roles in this room.
Really?
Cool. Oh, he was in the
He was in Edgar Allan Poe's The Raven. You went the wrong way.
Oh.
Oh.
Yeah, he shows up as a fetching young man. One of his pictures on the box. Let's
Wait.
find out, folks.
Oh, God.
Wait,
got time for this.
was Jack Nicholson actually fetching at one point?
Yeah, he was
Oh my
he was
god.
a dramatic young man, is what he was.
Yeah.
Dramatic young man.
Young man!
Yeah.
Interact opposite Vincent Price and Peter Lorre, and he did okay. And Boris Karloff.
That's all
There
you
you
can
go.
ask for, really.
Watch that again. Anyway, let me say some things into the mic instead of vaguely near them. Both films, Jurassic Park and Death Becomes Her, were shot by Halloween and Jack and Jill cinematographer Dean Cundy.
Ah.
That's why it looks so good. Streep did not enjoy the special effects work because no good actor does, and swore off special effects movies for the rest of her life until AI a few years later. She did only do a voice for that, though. She didn't get back onto them green screens until Into the Woods, from what I can tell. They're probably green screens and Into the Woods. They can't have
Yeah.
actually had James Corden working with people.
Nah. Nah, definitely not.
What was James Corden doing? Was he acting in it? I haven't...
I think he's in it.
He was being annoying.
Yeah, he's being annoying in it. He's being annoying near it.
Oh, yeah, Into the Woods.
I blocked him
Yeah,
out, I'm not sure.
Even if he wasn't, he was being annoying at the same time Into the Woods was being filmed, and that's more than I can bear. Oh God, somebody keep him away from Eurovision. Okay, the film was received like the body they once knew by critics. Ew. Victor Dwyer of Maclean's magazine, Maclean. Despite an array of impressive special effects, including a particularly inventive twist on the famous head-swiveling scene in The Exorcist, Death Becomes Her dies its own slow and painful death.
Oh, that's...
It's a real step down there.
Yeah, that is, yeah.
Look, you just got to go back to basics. Remember why you became a film critic in the first place.
Yeah.
Just remind everybody of the inevitable approach of death.
Look, I really like the way you've baked this pie. This, which is actually very evocative. I feel like the pie that you have baked, whilst very evocative of other pies with its crispy texture and sweet inside and flavorful fillings, is a steaming pile of shit.
And we're all going to die.
We're all going to die now because of you and your pie. Shit pie. Oh.
Stupid pie, Julia, shithead.
I'm going to work really hard on only remembering the first part of your statement. Public, meanwhile, did I write something? Yes, Public, meanwhile, were all for absolute punks. We're all for tilting at windmills. New creation _ in him. Oh, wow.
Oh, all right.
Oh,
He has risen.
he is in him. At Amazon said, there were many things I didn't remember about this movie. I remembered it being funny.
Oh,
Which is just such
all
a
right.
burn. I don't think you meant it as such a horrible burn, but it just came out that way.
Wow.
Given the Paul Salt stank, the natural stankiness, it's...
Yeah, I do have a bit of a stank about me. Speaking of which, here are some three-men.
Oh!
Bruce Willis is a three-man because of Die Hard 5 and Glass. Oh, yeah.
No.
Oh, dear. And also Fabio is a three-man, having appeared in this, Spy Hard, and other Nell pick, Eddie.
Oh, yeah.
Of course. Fantastic.
Oh, Fabio. Maybe,
Well, that's-
maybe in my life he was just littered throughout all the films I watched.
Yeah, that and Nicolas Cage showed up everywhere you have been in order to shoot a film there. You're pursuing Fabio and are being pursued by Nicolas Cage.
Nature.
Yeah. Yeah.
Such is life. The film has 6.6%. 6.6 on IMDb, 54% on Rotten Tomatoes, 56% on Metacritic, 86% on Google. Chaos.
Wow.
And
You
apparently
lords.
made 3 times its production budget back.
Fuck yeah.
Wow, that's
So
good.
now, you soft-balled, overweight Republican.
Yes.
What's one thing about Death Becomes Her that made you come down here, right up to us, and kiss us on the... By which I mean, how come this?
Well, I think this was one of those films. There's a few films.
There
In
is.
Australia. We only
That's
have
more
a
than
few
one,
films in
yeah.
Australia.
It's a big event.
It's a big event, that's right. There's a certain section of films that were on, I swear, at least once a year, sometimes twice. True Lies was one of those,
Oh, yeah.
always on.
Classic.
Fuck
Yeah.
yeah.
And this was another one that I
Wow.
remember always being on, and I watched it a lot.
Wow.
And I remember really enjoying. I don't know why my parents let me watch it when I was a kid because it's kind of gross.
Robert
It is-
Zemeckis, he's goofy.
It's gross, but I think it was actually quite lowly rated.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think it was
Oh.
quite widely available in spite of the sheer amount of Isabella Rossellini-related nudiness.
And the
Yeah.
like the falling in the crack of the.
Oh, God.
Anyway,
Yeah.
so
Oh.
maybe it was because it was humorous that my parents thought, "Oh, this
Yeah.
is probably fine," or they didn't know what it
Yeah.
was, which
Ah.
is more likely to be the case.
This is like the Casper.
Yeah, yeah.
That'll do for kid.
Oh, yeah.
Child don't
Yeah.
mind.
So yeah, this was just a film I've seen many times, but not since I was probably 10.
Wow.
Yeah, it's a big gap now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazing. I'm
Yeah.
looking forward to seeing how this stood up.
Yeah.
But first, let's talk about what happens in this here movie? Oh, also, this movie is screening at the Prince Charles Cinema on the 21st of October. So if you're about in London,
We expect to see you all there.
we will actually see you there. All of us. They're coming back from Australia. We're all going to be there.
Oh, yeah.
And expect everyone to have been sent by us.
And we know how many people there are in London who listen to us to the digit. So if you're not all there wearing our merch that isn't available,
To the public.
we're taking names and
Yeah.
we're just paying you personal visits. We're going to kill you all.
That's nice. Claps.
Yeah, we'll kill you all. Anyway, before we kill them all.
Yeah.
What happens in this movie?
It's 1978 or
Ooh.
thereabouts. And
That's good context.
yeah. And we see a city, and within that city, we
Rainy
see,
old Broadway.
yeah, Broadway, the way Gran used to make it
Oh.
with a Bad Meryl Streep song. Apparently, well, I was very,
Yeah.
I was there going, oh, this is about what I expect from musical theatre. It seems fine, and people are walking out.
Yeah, it seems to be a fairly good show that is doing terribly.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'll tell you someone who's not walking out, and that's the Bruce Willis.
She's sensational.
That's not me. Can't be me. Angel devil. You can trust me.
he's a beautiful man.
He's a beautiful mustachioed gent.
He's Bruce-tiful.
He's Bruce to fuck. And I appreciate that.
Yeah.
He loves it. He's with his Goldie Horn. His Goldie Horn spouse. Or soon to be spouse.
Soon to be spouse.
Soon to be spouse.
Soon to
Spouse to be.
Yeah. So this is you're
Supposed to be
you're
spouse to be.
welcome here, Nell.
Thank you.
I'm sorry about all this.
Thank you.
This is if like just shout over us and we'll eventually realise that.
I do
that
just
means
want to
shout.
get a clean read of supposed to be spouse to be. Thanks.
That's pretty good.
They go backstage where Meryl Streep is cooling off, dialing herself down from the performance. Yeah, and she steals Willis off of Horn.
Steals him right off, and Goldie Hawn says, "Please don't,
Yeah, don't
Please
do that.
don't.
don't be stolen."
There's background there. They're friends in the past. She's done this before.
She's
Yeah,
done this so many times before, and it gets less. So many Bruce Willis is stolen, and it never gets less galling.
no. And Bruce Willis goes, "You're probably on your period or something. I don't know. Just want some chocolate."
What's your problem, love?
Anyway, I'm off to play golf, whatever it is that men do.
With Meryl Streep.
By which I mean marry her. And
Yeah, he
she
does that.
Yeah.
Yeah, she gets cats and goes mad. It never happens in that order. The cats drive you towards
Yeah.
it.
Did we count how many cats? I didn't. I
There's
should've-
at least 6 that I
Yeah.
saw.
6.6.
6.6
I think
cats.
eight's
Sign of the devil.
0.6
the
of a
limit
cat is terrible.
of when you've hit peak crazy.
So like what, eight, like you can have 7 and be sane. Or,
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
And
it's
then
just exactly 6.
8 to 9.
It's sheer madness.
Eight's a big no.
It's a very, very fine line, by which you mean a very clear and obvious line. Don't step across that 7 mark.
That 8th cat walks in the door and everyone goes, shit.
He knows it too.
Yeah.
Well, wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, best shit on your mouth. And you'll love it.
You'll absolutely love it.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, she goes insane and gets institutionalized. He's got a job making corpses look normal.
Oh, yeah, he was a plastic surgeon.
Yes, and now he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
corpse painter.
Yeah.
Do they have a name? What are they? What,
Mortician?
Yeah, and I'm
there we
sure
go.
that they usually get beauty people to come and do it.
Yeah, that's
like
what I
in
thought.
Haunting of Hill House. where
Yeah,
that
that
happens.
there's a mortician person and then there's someone that comes in.
Or My Girl's Mum. Or Dad.
Yeah.
Who's your girl? We must talk.
Anyway, he's both. He's
Dad has a
a,
podcast.
She hasn't talked so good
Mortician
since
painter.
Macaulay Culkin got killed by bees.
that movie is traumatizing.
That's traumatizing.
I think he's either disgraced or just an alcoholic ex-plastic surgeon.
Yeah.
And for some reason now he's doing it to
He's
to
a dead person
deados.
decorator.
Yeah.
Oh,
So-
yeah, that's good. Yeah.
A DPD.
Yeah.
TBT. And yeah, she's pursuing euphoning because she's worried about how old she's getting.
Yeah.
And Goldie Hawn has written a book and gotten thin and unrealistically still gives a fuck about anything that happened before those two things. So she wants to show up and ruin Goldie Hawn's life.
Meryl Streep's life.
Meryl Streep's life.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But
Also,
funny you should mention showing up and ruining her own life because
God.
she's thin now.
well, she's thin and also her hair is different and she's wearing makeup, so she's hot now, unlike the
Yeah.
beginning of the film.
Women, that's the women. That's the
Yeah.
secret.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah. So
Yeah.
they
I
don't tell
thought
you
you were
this.
talking to me specifically.
that's what I call you. Not even the singular.
No. I respond to the
Women.
chat. What?
Quantity of women, come over here. Oh, God. Yeah, she corners him in the grotto, so to speak, And
Goldie Corn as her.
yeah, Goldie Corn.
Ooh.
And she starts up a fling. Fling. Again.
Fling.
Yeah.
A murder plan.
Yeah. But Meryl Streep can read lips. Oh no!
It's like HAL 9000 scanning between the two.
Can she read lips, or are they just talking at a full
They're talking
volume
so loud.
in a marble room that echoes?
Yeah.
You should leave her. I'll think about it.
She stinks.
I can't do a Bruce Willis. I've defaulted to a Nicolas Cage.
It's hard. Bruce Willis,
I'll
yeah.
think about
He's
it.
especially about when Bruce Willis was good.
I'll think about it.
I'll think about it now. Fuck.
Desperately hoping to get young and hotter because also her young anonymous boyfriend has left her
Yeah.
as well, which is awkward. He's dating a butt.
Yeah, he
Just
is.
a walking,
young butt.
disembodied
A
butt.
young butt. A young disembodied butt is what he's got lying around the house.
Yep.
What should we do tonight, honey?
I agree.
God, he's such a kiss ass.
Oh!
That'll do it.
And he loves asses.
Yes, he does. Fucking Streep ends up going to Isabella Rossellini to find out how to be incredibly hot. It's a good place to go to find that out.
Yeah.
And she
It's obvious
reveals
choice, if anything.
We are creatures of the spring, you and I.
I'm not really quite sure why I
You're
came.
scared as hell. Of yourself. Of the body you thought you once knew. I beg your pardon. I am the one who understands. I am the one who knows your secret.
She reveals that she has a potion that will make you young and hot and Italian/Swedish forever. So, yeah, she does that.
Yeah, what's the catch? She says, literally none.
You're part of my
Oh,
cult.
one thing. And it turns out, she needs to...
Pyramid scheme. Oh,
Cult, not pyramid scheme.
oh phew.
guys.
What do you think we are, crazy?
Wait, did you say multi-level marketing? No, cult. Oh, okay. Because I know multi-level marketing is the same thing as a pyramid scheme. But okay, okay, right, cult.
A culty level marketing scheme.
Oh, Christ. So, yes, Willis and Horn, meanwhile, are planning a street murder. Yeah.
Oh, street murder.
Street crimes.
Moida.
The street crimes of Goldie Horn. Feels like it should be my second album's name.
Yeah.
And
Young, beautiful Italian-Swedish Streep now comes home and having transformed into such. Yeah, and just gets pushed down an infinite staircase.
yeah, after I think the way it was going to happen was Bruce Willis starts strangling her, and then they both decide that fucking is a better way of doing this.
Yeah.
And then they have a sort of weird
There
thing
was
going.
romantic tension building in that sequence.
Yeah, look, Nell, I accept that I have problems, and I will get help.
Okay.
That's always been enough, is the promise.
Do we need to fill in the gap that they had an argument? That's why he's
Oh,
strangling
yes.
her?
That's a good point.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
true,
she's
an alibi.
like,
This is not the plan, by the way. Goldie Horn proposed.
No, strangler and push it down a staircase. It's seamless. No, she had a big elaborate plan to do away with,
which we're not going to go into
with
here.
her, which we'll leave up to your imagination. But it did involve books, and
Yes.
yeah, she ends up a crumpled pile of bollocks at the bottom of the staircase, and he feels pretty safe calling up Goldie Horn to say like, "What do I do now?" Only she's been only Streep comes back as a big pile of 90s CGI. And that's gonna be tricky to deal with. So yeah, he after a slight reconciliation, I guess. You know, things feel different now between us. Perhaps we can find some common ground and get you some medical attention. She gets rushed to the hospital and is diagnosed as dead.
Yeah, which is all of our worst nightmares.
You don't want to be told that.
Not when you're alive. Oh,
Oh, so embarrassing.
no.
So what are my treatment options? I think I'm going to use fire.
It's fire or Bruce Willis comes after you.
Take this prescription to a pharmacist. Oh, yeah.
Looks up and the doctor's got a big comedy mallet. I thought you said fire. Yes.
I've never been served my prescription this quickly.
I wish there was no welfare state.
It'd be more galling, actually, if they made you wait. Take a seat. You just see him loading the flamethrower.
You should have this prepared. It's ridiculous.
No, that nozzle's the one where the excess fuel goes. Excuse me, I actually know how that works. Oh, brilliant, mate. Can you actually... Oh, me and my big mouth. So... Yeah, Willis uses his by now well-established corpse painting abilities to paint Streep alive again.
Yeah.
Which looks fine.
Yeah.
Good even.
Yeah.
Better than good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grey skin be gone.
Goldie Hawn breaks in order to loudly talk about the scheme that she had with Bruce Willis. And so Streep shoots her.
Yeah.
You brought this on yourself.
Yeah, shoots
Okay.
her.
Shoots her.
Puts a Goldie hole.
Oh, that'll do. That'll do. We'll let that in.
Thanks.
Oh, I was going to go for a Holedy Horn. But...
Oh, that's also pretty good. I was also thinking Meryl Streep could have come in and said, "What's the Bruce ha?"
Wait, what?
Bruha.
Oh.
That fucking got me, you piece of shit.
Because we've known each other for
40 years.
God!
Sorry you had to explain that joke to me.
I enjoy it quite a bit.
So, yeah, the benefit of not having the audience on mic as well.
I feel like Nell is doing a useful role here as audience surrogate. No one at home will have known what the fuck that was all about.
There'll be calls for Nell to be in on it every week now.
The main character.
Yeah, please. Welcome to the Nellcast. And with me are the same two idiots.
It's not like I'd go for any of that sort of vibe with my podcasts of a named female character and then I'm just there as an anonymous piece of shit giving advice and opinions.
How's Jen doing?
Oh, she's fine. Yeah.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Oh, great. Yeah.
She sent me a letter saying, she'll come and get me out of the asylum when she's ready. So, twist! Horn has also been Rossellini'd.
Oh my God.
Oh my God. What do you mean you don't know that word? Microsoft Word. So, they have a slightly awkward spade fight to celebrate both being alive.
They do. They argue over David Spade.
No.
It's like, honestly, I don't want either
You
of you.
take him!
Yeah.
I mean, look, you're both hot ladies. Can't we just... And then they kill David Spade and...
Oh, thank
What a
God.
shame.
It's that kind of movie. It's great.
It's a David Spade killing kind of movie.
You're avoiding the issue. Oh, you told my boyfriends to hurt me on purpose.
I did not.
Admit it. No, you admit it. You looked me in the eye. And you admit you thought I was cheap.
Okay. I thought you were cheap.
I hurt you on purpose. And I'm really sorry. I'm sorry, too.
Oh, yeah, they decide that they want Bruce Willis to be available forever for touch-ups and, paint jobs. Because, you just can't get someone from B&Q to help you with this.
Oh, no.
Nah.
Not Malcolm.
You need an artist.
An artiste.
Here at B&Q, with our new scanners, all you need to do is scan some of your flesh and we'll be able to recommend a paint to cover up flesh holes.
That's right. Any of the 3 kinds of paint we have down at B&Q.
Do you have anything that's not white skin? B&Q!
I can't do that accent.
We've got black, white, or other.
But wait, let me try. Black, white, no.
White.
White or other. No.
Black, my wife.
That sounded like what I was doing then.
Does everyone remember Borat?
Oh my God! What's he up to these days?
Oh, who cares?
Amazon, apparently. They decide that, they want him to be available forever. So, but they take him to Isabella Rossellini to be Rossellini'd.
Yeah.
But he figures out that death is great, good even. For the best.
Yeah, apparently.
Yeah, and he spends a long time running away from Rossellini's guards and then throws the potion away.
And then he dies.
Then he dies
60
years
years
later as a dead philanthropist.
Yeah.
And Presto tries to lay out some of the themes of the movie, but, twist, Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep are here looking terrible.
Yeah.
The Menville Marriage Counseling Clinic, the Menville Center for the Study of Women. And of course, Ernest's AA chapter will carry on long after his death. But Ernest's tireless good work.
And double twist. They're okay with it. Sort of. They pretend they are.
They seem okay. They seem better than they might otherwise be.
Dead, yeah.
They smashed to pieces. To be swept up by a overworked, underpaid binman later on.
And Fosca leaving her conversation with the immortal man whose name I can't remember from Simone de Beauvoir's All Men Are Mortal, sits down on a park bench and screams.
Yes.
Inside me.
Sergei sets fire to his house in accordance to his bargain with God, and the movie ends. That's a callback. That was in the first 20 episodes I referenced the sacrifice for no reason. God knows why. It's bringing all the nostalgia out of me, folks. Having you both here.
Oh,
Oh.
it's been quite nice.
Owly! He still swears allegiance to Paul. It's very galling. It's been 6 years of constant mayhem here on
Very
this side.
appalling.
It's appalling.
Oh,
So, now, how did Death Becomes a hold up?
Well, it was very long. Longer than I remember it being. I remember things, obviously. You're a kid. You shorten everything.
Oh, yeah.
Did not remember the start being so long, or the whole film being so long. I still enjoyed it. I remember it was less great than I remember it being.
What parts of it sort of stayed with you from having watched
The
it as a
hole
kid?
and the neck.
Oh, the hole.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
so
I thought
the
you meant
neck.
the hole.
No,
Yeah, the special effects. were
yeah,
incredible.
it was the stairs and the neck. The whole Goldie Hawn's hole.
Goldie
she's
hole.
always flaunting
Goldie
that, flinging it around.
Horns.
Holy hole.
Torso hole.
Vag.
There
Yes.
we go. That is the clearest one I think of all the memories. It was that
yeah.
the
Yeah.
red, like the red like blouse thing that she's
Yeah.
wearing.
Yeah, it's
the
very
hole,
iconic.
The contact lenses in it making her eyes white.
Yeah.
That was probably the thing I remembered the most. And it didn't. I thought it happened way sooner in the film than it did.
They hold on to that.
They really, yeah.
It's funny because last week we did The Phantom, which is a movie I watched a lot when I was a kid.
loved that.
I loved that movie when I was a kid. And what's weird is it was actually way shorter than I remembered. It's like
Really?
a 90-minute movie, and they're at the climax cave like an hour in.
Oh,
And I was like, Jesus, where did the movie go?
Yeah.
There's like a bunch of scenes I remember.
well,
But
But
yeah,
your subconscious filled in.
yeah.
Yeah, there must have been chemistry between the two leads and a whole backstory. I remember it from when I was a kid.
Surely.
Because
I remember
they
it.
kissed at the end, so I assume that happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was confusing it with Cobra yet again.
Yeah.
Was it impacted by the fact that you were watching it with two movie experts?
Cool guys.
Were you feeling self-conscious in any way with the fact that we were staring at you throughout?
We did look at the movie once.
Oh, it was horrible.
There was a movie on?
No, I did feel bad for making you watch it.
Oh,
Oh no,
that's a shame
I
because
was like, oh no, this is dragging on real long. Oh, no. They're gonna hate it.
Oh, no.
I hate that
no.
feeling. It's a
Yeah.
really anxious feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, for my part, I will say I really like the direction. I thought that was
Yeah.
really good. I think Zemeckis keeps it moving at a pace, you know, and he had some really fun sort of comedy sort of jump cuts and things in there. The special effect work was incredible. I really enjoyed the performances of everyone, and I really liked the premise.
Yeah.
I would argue maybe the script could have done with a bit more work, particularly with regards to
Yeah.
characterization
Yeah.
and the dialogue, because there's a lot of repetition, interestingly.
Yeah.
I feel like it needed just maybe one more sweep, but none of that got in the way of it being a really fun movie to watch, I think.
Yeah. Okay, that's good. It did
Yeah.
feel. It definitely felt less. Full. There was something quite shallow and hollow.
There's a
about
hole in it.
Oh, vagina.
Oh, yeah, vagina.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, because
that's how it felt.
that's how I felt. Like what you were just saying then. That was sort of. I was like, I love Meryl Streep and Goldie
Yeah,
Hawn.
she's
They're so
great.
funny.
Yeah.
And Meryl Streep is just. She's so good. Her face.
She really is.
But yeah,
Yeah.
it was a little bit more storyline wise and sort of script wise. It was a bit more shallow than I remember. But that's
Yeah.
it's all right.
Yeah, that's part of the course for a lot of kids' media,
Yeah.
I think.
Weirdly though, I think the dialogue had some real highlights. There were some really amazing lines in there.
There were there
And
were
it
some
took me
good
by
ones.
surprise because I was like watching it, I was thinking, okay, it's just this sort of Robert Zemeckis like mediocrity. And then a line would come out and we'll get through them in the quickfire, something that was just perfect. And it was a very, very sharp line and then delivered by Meryl Streep or Bruce Willis or Goldie Hawn. That I really admired. So there was that. Obviously Meryl Streep and Goldie Hawn were amazing. It was a great little turn by Bruce Willis. It was
Yeah,
just so fun to
very
see
charming.
him care and
Being
put
at his-
effort in.
at the
Be
hype.
animated.
Be animated and have emotions. And he was very silly and, you know, it was around the same time as Die Hard, right? So,
Die Hard 3, certainly, I think, was the following year.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, okay.
Okay.
Die Hard 1 was 88. So this is 92. So
Time flies. Time flies when you're two.
when I'm being born.
Time
Die Hard,
Push
I think.
harder, Mum.
The film's almost over. It's almost finished its cinematic run. But yeah, I enjoyed that, and I really enjoyed the
Yeah.
direction. There was a lot of really smart stuff going on, and some lovely. There was the one-er of the performance at the beginning, and just a lot of like cut light scenes.
Yes.
You know, just allowed it to flow, and just allowed the actors to use their talents to fill the scenes.
Yes. To convey character and such. Yeah.
And I quite liked the special effects. I thought
they were great.
I thought they were great.
Yeah, there was some really fun stuff, and then you could tell that everything was really imaginatively done and sort of done through necessity.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say that it was my favourite Nell pick, but then I thought about what the other Nell picks are. And
What are my other
Jupiter Ascending, Point Break, Journey to China.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no.
Oh, I hated that.
That was a shocker.
so
I
much.
felt so horrible recommending that. Oh.
So I think it is the best Nell pick, unless I'm overlooking something really obvious.
There's Eddie as well, but I think I
look fondly back on Eddie. I think maybe fondlier than I felt
since
watching it.
life has happened.
But
I thought
since
this
life
was
became Eddie. Yeah, I can relate to this now that I own this basketball team.
it's amazing. Really, you don't really expect it. You wouldn't know what to think if you were told 2 years ago that you'd just be
Basketball man.
managing the London Arrows. I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah,
London Arrows.
I fucking love those crazy racists,
Crazy basketballing racists.
basket bastards. But yeah, I genuinely like this film.
Yeah.
And I think it had a real it had a real sense of how of sensory displeasure. There was just something about like close-ups and the heavy breathing you could hear of people, like lipstick marks on everything. And everyone whenever somebody goes up close to whisper in someone's ear, they just grimace and
there's a
lick their
griminess
lips,
to
and
everything.
it is grody. And they got that really well. The death shrine that she's got, like all the photographs with the defaced pictures of Meryl Streep.
And there's one with that really huge mouth, like she's done something gross to the mouth.
It's really upsetting. And then just the bottles and the liquid when Goldie Hawn's telling her plan to Bruce Willis. Yeah. And they're talking about douse the car in vodka.
Yeah.
And
lots of good production design things.
And that really horrible liquid in on the floor of the car. Just the most unnatural feeling thing
it is
ever.
And I can see why the film is so popular with sort of fans of high camp and sort of drag performance and such, because it is very over the top. It has a delicious premise. And I see that there's a Broadway adaptation in the works by that Kristen Chenoweth who keeps showing up in stuff now and then. She was in
I know that name.
She was Danny DeVito's wife in Surviving Deck the Halls.
Oh, really?
Surviving Deck the Halls.
Surviving Deck the Halls.
Sedekving
with Danny DeVito.
Danny DeVito.
Yeah.
Oh god.
So I think it was a good one. You needn't have been nervous.
Thanks. Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's. I've since there's a lot more people than I realized have had. Wow, words. There are a lot more people than I realized had seen this also as a kid.
Yes.
And had sort of forgotten about it, and then mentioned it. I think I must have been talking about it in lead up to OGT, and there were several people that I've sort of either texted or, and I know Jen was one of them. She'd seen it as well.
Yeah.
It was obviously just around. People just and I feel like it must have been. Surely parents didn't register the sort of grimness in the body horror kind of stuff, because I feel like my parents wouldn't have let me watch that if they realized.
Yeah.
Because I have a very overactive imagination as a child, and that would have been a terrible choice for me.
It felt very firmly a part of the sort of 90s furniture, and I think it's because of Zemeckis' sort of stylings, you know, and with the Alan Silvestri score as well. It felt very much part of that sort of canon of sort of spooky movies for kids of the 90s.
Yeah.
Stuff
Actually,
like Hocus Pocus. And,
exactly. I loved that.
Yeah, that and The Frighteners and and Casper, of course.
Casper.
Because the violence was just overblown and silly. Yeah, it was like no one gets shot and has a circle, a circle wound that you can see through.
That's true.
If it was realistic, it'd get shot and just be pumping blood and like gurgling.
and just be a mess down there.
The John Wick of the 1990s.
I did think about the bit in John Wick 2 where he pushes a guy against the wall with a shotgun and then loads the shotgun.
Similar.
Very good stuff.
Yeah.
Similar energy.
Yeah.
And I feel like we should talk more about energies and crystals if we can.
Yeah.
In the quickfire.
Yes, please.
Mm.
Everyone rub your crystals.
Okay.
Quickfire.
The crystal's inside you. That's why we invited you.
Okay, that I can do.
Everybody rub Nell.
Literally, Goodman injected you with tiny crystals before leaving Australia.
Yeah.
I'm doing it.
Hear them jingle. Look at them shining.
Look at them shine. Nice.
Okay, Nell,
Me?
start.
My first one is had forgotten this actually about the film. I got real Baby Jane vibes from Goldie Hawn and Meryl Streep in a
Yeah.
couple of things where, like with Betty Davis in Baby Jane, she is terrifying to look up close, but she was so up close to this camera and. You know, she's an actress who, in theory, is vain, but didn't seem to be bothered by the fact that she looks dreadful in that film, and there's so much close up, and it was kind of like that with the fat suit with Goldie Hawn, and her eating that yogurt or ice cream, whatever she was eating, and then when you see Meryl Streep in the bed and she's got all this stuff, like she's sleeping like, I probably should do that with my face. She's sleeping
That's
with
fine.
all the bits, and
OGT, we encourage it.
yeah, thank you. Yeah, it gave me real. Baby Jane vibes because I remember the first time I saw it, I was just felt so much respect for Betty Davis and just the fact that she did that in Hollywood and people would have been like, she's disgusting, but I was like, she's amazing.
Yeah.
So amazing.
It's an incredible film. I was distracted because my copy of it is there.
Yeah, it's such a good film.
It's a very good film, but the extent to which the rivalry extended beyond the screen, like the bit where Betty Davis has to drag Joan Crawford up the stairs and Joan Crawford weighted her clothes and Betty Davis threw her back out. It was on painkillers the rest of her life.
Yeah, it's such a good film, and it gave me that same kind of vibe. Just,
definitely.
An actress in Hollywood allowing themselves to look hideous on screen and not be self-conscious about it.
And Streep is meant to be an actor within the film as well. You know, in a very... it had a lot of parallels, actually, to Baby Jane, didn't it? Because, you know, you have the sort of famous actor's sister and then the one who didn't really make it.
Yeah.
Meryl Streep weighted Bruce Willis down, so whenever Goldie Hawn had to interact with him, she'd just dislocate
every
My shoulder's
every
out.
part of her face. Yeah.
It's not Goldie Hawn's accent at all.
Oh, my fucking shoulder!
Oh, Jesus! I'll be at trailer.
Sweet baby Jesus. Yes.
Sweet Baby Jane. Goodman.
I really like the opening music, and like throughout the movie, there were these odd Shostakovich vibes.
Yeah.
Which is just the dun, 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 throwing his pen.
Oh,
around all the time.
like Shostakovich used to
Oh,
do.
Penny Shosty, as they called him in Russia before he was expelled.
Yeah. As the Soviet forces did.
Yeah, they did. It was really weird.
It's a very good book about it there. Noise of Time, I think.
Stop pointing to the things you own.
I have to.
No, it's useful. It's helping me.
Visual
There's
aids.
so much context around us. Barnes. There it is. Noise of Time.
Oh, I thought you were just saying words. Barnes. Shadows.
It's there next to the Roberto Bolaño book you got me.
Oh, I'm not looking. I'm just going to take that on faith.
Rhino
Because I love
poo.
you.
It's
and I
actually a
love you.
tiger.
Well, egg on my face in a few seconds. But before that, Shostakovich sort of vibes, very sinister, and I liked it.
Excellent. I really like the cool font of the first few moments, and then the cool establishing shot as it tracked down with sort of rain pouring down. I thought that looked really good.
Very
And it
Wes
set the-
Anderson / Dark City
It
cityscape.
was, yeah.
Yes,
I
it
did
was,
not
but-
remember that at all. It looked crow.
Yeah.
It was incredible.
It looked great, was what I was trying to say there.
The city was made to look vaguely like Gotham, but like Schumacher era Gotham. It
Yeah.
had that kind of, big, bold, again, very camp architecture to it, which I enjoy.
The big ass Bloody Mary.
Oh, yeah.
That was a huge cup.
Yeah.
Glass. Don't say cup. Whatever it is. You know what I'm saying.
It's
cup
the
of your fucking
see-through cup.
Huge glass.
Yeah.
Because it looked, even in Bruce Willis's hand, it still looked big.
It's big.
It's a lot of Bloody Mary there.
Even his massive hand.
Meryl Streep's. So the whole number, the song and dance number. It was for a lot of it. It was just one shot.
Yeah.
And eventually it tracks over to Bruce Willis and his lovely little face, just looking absolutely besotted with just astounded. Wowzer! Gee, Mister.
What a dame!
All of that was lovely.
Yeah.
But within that dance, there was a lovely little leg raise from Meryl Streep,
Yes.
where it almost looked like it wasn't her leg.
Yeah,
Yes, it did.
We commented, I think, didn't we?
Yeah.
Is that
it
her
was-
leg? And then she got up. Yeah, that's her leg.
That's her leg.
It was all no special effects here.
that shot cost $200 million.
Pure Streep.
101% Streep.
I like the number. That was a good number.
Yeah, I thought that was all right. Like the dancing and the choreography was great.
That's good stuff.
Yeah.
One of the disgruntled people leaving the crowd just said, "I'd rather get the train." Just a,
I missed that.
that was a fun little detail. But I also love her backstage practicing her gasp of recognition for when
Yes.
Goldie Hawn was going to walk in.
That was amazing.
That was really fun. Just her having a couple of goes at a gasp and surprise and then doing it almost identically.
Yeah.
What happened to her maid? After she serves that massive Bloody Mary, she seemed to disappear.
She comes back.
Plot hole.
Plot
Bad film.
hole.
I feel like she comes back and gives him like a whiskey or something, doesn't she? And like when he's waking up in the attic.
Their Exorcist 3 maid.
Immediately after waking up, Thingo, what's her face, Meryl Streep in the bedroom, she goes upstairs and gives him the Bloody Mary.
Oh, is that the Bloody Mary?
And that is the
Does
last
she
time
not
you see Exorcist 3, lady.
Oh, I thought she appeared again.
There are places to be.
Like I wish
Exorcist
she was there. Maybe that's
Grab the reef.
She had to
And
rush
you and
back
me.
to the Exorcist 3 set because she left her contact lenses there 2 years ago when that movie was made.
Oh.
Exorcist 3.
No.
We should be doing this near my horror shelf. Okay.
me. I just realized I'm really I'm far ahead in the film compared to you. Your good thing.
Yeah.
Should we skip me until we get up to
No, it's
Isabella? Okay.
Don't worry, we can speed up.
Okay, great. I also realized that I feel bad for falling back into the old trap of saying actress. I should have said actor. For Meryl and Gold. I was like, oh, what have I done?
Oh, your first appearance on the podcast
Oh,
and
I'm
you
so-
cancel yourself.
Yeah, I know. I was like, you're an idiot. Get off.
Stop heckling yourself.
Yeah.
Stop heckling myself.
There'll be plenty of people to do that.
Well, I'm going to zip a little bit further ahead because I am. Isabella Rossellini's eyebrows are fucking
yeah.
magnificent.
They are.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that was my next one.
She was also just fucking gorgeous. For
I know,
her
it's
entire appearance. My
outrageous.
God, she appears in this ridiculous sort of beaded top thing. She's mostly naked for the entirety of
naked.
her performance. She had a body double for some of it, but you still see
Oh,
an
did she?
awful lot of Rossellini. Yeah, if you can't see her head, it's probably a.
It's probably her.
And then
a
the body
okay.
double is actually famous in her own right. She does like a series of some sort.
It was me.
It was Goodman. It was Paul Goodman. Pud Goodman.
Pudman. Pudman.
Bird.
That's the one.
That's the that's the development of a nickname.
Right there. Hey, pass this on to Barbara.
And they just know it's me. But it's because I live on that mountain that the lightning keeps striking.
How do you address that shit on a letter? How do you
However
spell
you
it?
want. People know. Yeah. As soon as it becomes absolutely offensive gibberish.
Spelled without any vowels.
Yeah.
They just draw a dirt face on there, like, oh, we know where this is going.
And then a sick on it. All right. So
8 to 11 is guy's mail.
when Meryl Streep turns up to surgery when she's winning over Bruce Willis and she has the champagne in the glasses and then Bruce Willis waves back and he's got like a latex gloved hand covered in blood.
Yeah.
It's just I really like the reveal of the hand coming up with the
That
blood
was
in it.
quite cute. Yeah. It was
good.
a nice little reveal. 'cause
Nice
there's
little detail as well.
no implied blood up until that point, so it's very good. All right, I'll do a couple because I have got quite a lot left. So, the guy hammering the door down when he's knocking on Goldie Hawn's door, the landlord, it just escalates. It gets more and more until he's just frantically battering at this door. Was very funny. When she writes a book after she's become hot, it's gold lettering on a purple jacket, and it just looked really good.
It is,
It had
yeah.
a nice sort of gothic feel to it
Yeah.
in a way that was...
Oh, interesting. That said to me, Katie Price has written a novel.
and I like that. I thought it was
Okay,
good.
a gothic masterpiece.
No, Katie Price wouldn't be that cool.
It would just be pink. It would be pink
Exactly
on
that
pink.
cool.
Oh, yeah, that's a shout. It'd be pink on pink.
Yeah, pink text on pink paper, so it would just be nothing.
That's the trick, you see. Do whatever you want then. She's smart.
Okay. No.
The Meryl falling down the stairs
Oh, yeah.
is
Oh, God,
my
yeah.
next on my list because
Yeah,
it
it was
goes for it goes for quite some time, but it's
Yeah.
horribly violent but hilarious.
Yeah.
To start with the big the neck crack when she first lands, which is
Yeah.
gross.
Yeah.
Just the hilarity of watching her just ragdoll down the stairs.
Yeah, it was amazing.
God. And Jackie Chan's it, doesn't it? You get multiple angles of the exact same motion, so it feels like she's forever falling down the stairs.
Yeah.
To the point where I thought it was getting quite farcical or spoofy.
Yeah, me too. It gave me that vibe as well.
Yeah, it was very good.
Very
it was just a lot of very unpleasant positions for a body to be in.
Yeah,
and then the sort of the
pile on the ground,
contortionist style over the head when she's lying dead on the floor,
and her legs are like completely split. Both sides. She's just out.
It was good,
amazing,
good choreography.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the set of Bruce Willis's hospital, is all sort of again like weird Schumacher sort of colours, and it was just very interesting and lovely to watch. And I thought a lot of the movie had that kind of vibe.
Yeah,
I really liked the sets and set design.
Without the disadvantage of a Schumacher Batman script going on at the same time.
Exactly, any of that nonsense. I'll say a couple more.
Sorry, my list is too short.
Sorry?
My list was too short. Clearly.
Let's go watch it again.
We've been, as is tradition. It's fine. This is your first ever OGT appearance. Don't think that you're not the first person to come on here and reel off 6 points whilst Paul and I are sitting there organising our sheafs.
Aww. I should have done more tiny notes. More tiny moment notes.
No. What I'm saying is, loads of people do this.
Oh, okay.
We've got 20.
If anything else occurs, though, anything like pops in, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Good.
Chagall, the French boss, he's sitting there initially, and he's got very interesting hands just moving on the ends of long arms. And when we do meet Rossellini,
if it's the young potion lady,
yes,
young
the YPL of this film, Rossellini. When Meryl Streep turns up and there's a Fabio, as a proto Fabio sitting on the divan or whatever it is, and she says,
"Make some room for my friend, for Christ's sake. But keep your ass handy."
Yeah, it's very
that
good.
was really good.
It's a wonderful line
of the movie. Line of my life.
Line
of my life.
I love the design of the potion that she brings out.
Yes.
It was really good. It was like a very over-designed sort of clamshell with like a golden purpley thing. It's like golden purple again. Motif. And that was very good. There's also a good light shift with an umbrella when hot Goldie Hawn shows up and Bruce Willis answers the door. She lifts back the umbrella and the light suddenly shifts into her face and it looked very good. And then when she enters and drops off her raincoat, Bruce Willis does a very good sort of eyes following the coat down, therefore emphasizing the exasperated look on his face before coming back up into something looking normal, and that was good.
Excellent.
Yeah.
I also wrote down the keep your ass handy.
Oh, yeah.
Handy.
Handy.
Keep your ass handy.
Keep your ass handy.
And I also liked the potion because it reminded me of the crystal shard from the Dark Crystal, the shape of it, and like the purple. And I went, it's like the crystal, the shard. Just replay that moment in my mind.
Love it.
Yeah.
It's good. It's a good moment. It's a top moment.
It's a very good moment.
It's great.
It's a top moments with Nell Healed.
Yeah, that's right.
That's a podcast.
Yeah.
That's a wrap, everyone. But also, when Goldie Hawn is describing her plan and sort of seeing it on screen, it's when they're identifying the dead body or or doing the autopsy, and they just raise this charred corpse hand with a smashed bottle of vodka still attached to it.
Yeah.
Just such a great bloody practical effect. It just looked great.
And somehow from that moment he was able to register 4.0. She had it coming. I was like, what, from her pulse? What did you get that from? She's dead.
And when he lets it go and the hand just falls
smashes.
and you hear the smashing glass.
Yeah.
Everything about that rundown I thought was really good. The over-the-top performances, the slight nonsensicalness of it. It was really, I really enjoyed that.
Yeah.
Then you and I work together quickly. First, we finish dinner. Then we load her in the car, take her to the top of Mulholland Drive, call the police, and report that we've seen a drunk woman swerving dangerously close to the edge.
Some drunk woman up here on Mulholland swerving dangerously close to the edge.
I also enjoy after Bruce Willis gives her the little push down the stairs. He stays in that position with that sort of facial expression for quite a while afterwards, and I enjoyed that.
That's very cool.
That was good. Yeah, and then the body ambulating back into life behind Bruce Willis after the push was just horrible. It was really grisly the way it looked and the way it moved. It was very unpleasant in a way that I enjoyed.
It was like Malignant. Spoilers if you haven't seen Malignant.
I haven't.
Well, it's like how the monster moves in Malignant.
Wait, have I?
Yeah, you may have seen Malignant.
Sometimes I have to ask. I never know.
You'd know.
I usually look at Paul and go, have I watched
Do you remember the twist with the...
Oh, fuck, yeah, that was really hilarious.
That was so funny.
It was the woman whose name I always forget from Peaky Blinders. What's her name?
Oh, is she?
Jenny!
Oh, yeah, Jenny.
Yeah, Jenny. There we go, thank you.
Yeah.
I've just remembered one. I'm going back in time storyline-wise.
Okay.
Back to Bruce Willis's hospital room.
Oh, yeah.
And they're talking about the man who died. And they were saying he just looks really cheerful because he's had sex with an 18-year-old or whatever it was.
Yeah.
And then it cuts to his face and it's just, he's like grey because he's dead, but he's got this awkward, like, smile pose on his face. It's horrible.
It was great.
Yeah.
But funny.
This horrible lopsided smile.
Yeah.
It was very funny.
Perfect. The tennis player with the bloody knees, everybody.
Oh, yeah, which we still
what the
can't
hell
work
is
out what
going
that
on?
was. That has to mean something. That's got to be a reference.
Willis is running around the hospital and he sees something. We cut to a tennis player with bloody shins and knees and like an arm thing, and he's got some woman with him. And then we cut back to Bruce Willis. There's a beat, and then he runs back the way he came. What was that a reference to?
I don't know. It's got to be something. My mind just keeps going to Pete Sampras, but I don't remember if he ever hurt himself.
He shredded his legs.
Yeah.
Old Neela's Sampras.
Yeah.
Old Neela's Pete. The only thing I could think of, that's the only thing I can think of now.
He was Pete Padless. That's why I got so.
That's it. Pete Big Cock, as we all know him.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with anything.
Oh.
But especially not his enormous cock.
No.
But when he was running around, there were little like ghostly things happening, and it just made me think there was some sort of twisted stigmata on the knees of this tennis player. Just to show that something unnatural was happening. But it could have just been a weird scene that Zemeckis really liked the idea of. And he just put it
maybe.
in.
And we're just trying to find a reference that's not there.
It's just a funny sight gag.
It's just a bit of a funny gag.
It was the tennis player, though. I was like, that has to be something.
Yeah. So bizarre.
Maybe it's an LA thing. Maybe it's just like how
anyone
weird LA
knows,
is.
please tell us.
Somebody tell us.
Yeah.
Right in. A couple of other bits from that hospital sequence. I really like the design of the hospital. It was the most Beverly Hills ass hospital you've ever seen in your life, with like floral designs and loads of plants everywhere and pink colouring on all sorts of things. And then when he goes to the morgue to find his wife, the nuns just kind of come gliding out in a really creepy way.
Yeah.
It was very sinister, and I enjoyed that.
That's true.
Yeah.
The morgue, she'll be furious.
Yeah.
I liked.
And
I guess I know we'll go back to Nell, but I also wanted to just highlight Bruce Willis's "It's a miracle."
Don't you see, Madeline? It's a miracle!
line, because it's kind of just like from below, I think, filming him just ever so slightly to just emphasize the craziness just invading his face, and then behind him lightning strikes as he says it, and it's very nice, very over the top.
Frankenstein.
It's Frankenstein.
What?
Dr. Frankenstein.
Victor Frankenstein.
Dr. Victor. Oh, it's embarrassing, isn't
it? Yeah.
Novel.
Just turn around, it's Blazing Saddles.
The next two on my list have been mentioned also. The creepy floating nuns, I wrote down. And I also wrote down, she'll be furious. Going to the morgue. It was really funny.
Stole that from you, sorry.
No, that's okay. It wasn't even so much Bruce Willis's delivery. It was just the knowledge that Meryl Streep will be furious. That just made me
going to the morgue.
That was hilarious.
That was a very camp line. I enjoyed that. Yeah, very James Whale.
She's dead, sir. They took her to the morgue.
The morgue? She'll be furious!
Oh, back to my go already.
Yep.
Oh!
Whoa!
Oh!
Oh!
Oh! My fucking eyes! Goldie Horn.
Great line.
So, the nail scratch was amazing. When Goldie Lawn's loudly...
Goldie Lawn!
When Goldie Lawn in chain.
That's what I'm calling my landscaping business.
I'm Goldie Lawn and I do all the lawn. Sorry.
It's the only landscape gardener who's also a country folk singer.
That's why I hire him.
And I fucking love him.
Shat in your daffodils.
Oh, what a great song based on
Open
fiction.
up your tulips, you might find a present. Please take that out.
One of these days, I've got to listen to the lyrics they're singing.
Horrible criminals.
I steal from you every day.
And I replace all the things with things from my butt. So yeah, and when Goldie Lawn is talking about all the wonderful things that she'll be doing to the tulips, and Meryl Streep's eavesdropping from the top of the stairs, it's just a hand and the nails rapping.
Lovely manicured nails.
That would have come up really well on microphone, I imagine. Yeah, very true. And then when she mentions that she's a bad actress?
Yes.
She's on top of everything else, and she's a bad actress, and her nails just and just score grooves out of this wood, and it's such a sensorially unpleasant thing.
It was great.
Yeah.
I assume that was like wax or something.
Yeah,
because it looked good.
It crumbled
but it was
really well.
Yeah.
A couple of Goldie Hawn moments leading up to that is her nimbly climbing over the front gate of the property, doing like a weird little twist turn thing and jumping down the other side was great.
Yeah, in heels. That was good.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, I feel like the jump wasn't her, but the climb looked like her.
The climb looked like her, and it seemed to be done in one take, so it looked pretty good. And then, speaking of things that look like she might have actually done it somehow, the
shot
effect,
in the gut.
the stunt with the shot in the gut, the stunt with the car, where the car reverses, pulls, skids, stops just short of her, and then pulls off. And then she looks up to indicate that it's her. Like that looked. Maybe it was a composite shot, but it looked good.
Yeah.
If you look really close, you pause it, you can see the mustache come into view. It shows you that it's the guy that was doing Nick Cage's stunts in Face Off.
Shit! The famously unmustachioed man. He was wearing it just for that to look more like Goldie Hawn.
I'm giving this whiplash here. I've just remembered something else from earlier.
Do it.
When
because it was so structured.
I was shut up. I was when Bruce takes Meryl to the doctors. That whole part of him bending over. No, I told you it doesn't hurt.
Yeah.
There's a side profile of Meryl Streep with the thermometer hanging out of her face.
Yeah.
And she's just got such a great face, and she's just and she's just talking, and the thermometer's wobbling. No, it doesn't hurt. No. What do you mean?
Yeah,
it was great.
Yeah, she's amazing in that.
She's so
it's
good.
really good.
So insouciant. When Meryl Streep shoots Goldie Hawn, and Bruce Willis goes, "She's dead."
She is. These are the moments that make life worth living.
Yeah.
And the pacing of it is very, very, it's very, very snappy.
Yeah.
Whilst Bruce Willis is losing his mind, and it's perfect.
And the smile that breaks on her face at the end.
That was a moment of giddiness for me. It was really lovely.
Yeah. A couple of moments near there when she does get shot. Bruce Willis's scream, his high pitched scream at that was really good.
Yeah.
I thought the hole in the stomach effect looked amazing.
Yeah.
And then in particular, when Meryl Streep spears a handle through the hole, and then later on she goes and just sits neatly down on the sofa and leans back, and the handle comes back through the hole again. Yeah. All just really good looking stuff and very clever to have thought of. So I enjoyed that quite a bit.
That was actually one of the moments that, along with the hole, I remember from being a kid, was the throwing the spear through or the broken shovel through the stomach, and then her sitting back down.
Yeah, it's very good.
But also, yes, no, damn.
Yeah, that was good. Yeah, no. It was the yes.
Forgot what I was doing.
The no. That was very funny. I also wrote down these are the moments that make life worth living, because that really made me laugh. Yeah. I also I did enjoy their really awkward slow motion fight with the spades, shovel, whatever. Yeah. It's just, and the various insults, one of being former fatso.
Phony, hollow bag, you must have one and only talent. Which was one more talent than you had, you former fatso.
Oh, okay.
Which I really enjoyed. Former fatso. Clash.
Really funny actress. When that fight's over and Goldie Hawn is confessing, that why she did all of this, it then cuts to Streep with. She had her neck snapped again, and her head has just sunk down into her body. Yeah, and she's got
and just her nose.
The coat is up around her mouth.
Yeah,
it was a very good cut.
That's very good.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, because you know that it's going to have done some sort of effect there, so you're just waiting to see what it is exactly they've done, and it's very good.
Yeah.
My last one. Ooh. Yeah. Is when Bruce Willis is offered eternal life. Mm-hmm. He just says,
"I don't want to live forever. I mean, it sounds good, but what am I going to do? What if I get bored?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah, so it's one of the moments that best encapsulates his character of just being a bit rubbish.
Yeah.
And I enjoyed that quite a bit.
It's very fun.
Okay, let's... Nell, do you want to do all your remaining?
Yeah.
Yep, I can.
Cool.
I've only got 2.
Okay.
Well, you made him last.
Perfect.
You made him last.
Yeah. I can't remember where this came in. It might have been the fight that Meryl Streep and Bruce Willis were having. It was the insult of soft, bald, overweight Republican.
Oh, yeah.
Where, was that the...
That's when she's threatening him with prison.
Do you know what they do to soft, bald, overweight Republicans in prison?
And saying, you know what they do to soft, bald,
overweight Republicans. Yeah, it's just not what I thought she was going to say.
Yeah. It's fun.
It's very good.
It was good.
And your other one?
Oh yeah, and the other one was just the final moment of them falling down the stairs and smashing into pieces. I don't remember that at all.
That was a big surprise. It was very fun.
It just made me laugh so much because I'd forgotten that even happened, but it was just so ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's very silly, but also very existentially troubling for me.
Yes, yeah. Look, yeah. Get that.
My last one before I go for a wee is is when they're talking about needing to get Bruce Willis on their side and make him immortal as well.
Yeah.
You heard him. He's made up his mind about leaving.
That's true. I have to respect that. I know. We'll drug him.
It's very good.
And off I go.
Off he goes.
Toilet
it's hard to cut
break.
all of this now, so just include it.
I'm going to rustle the Oreos.
You rustle as much as you like. I'm going to rustle over here.
Yeah.
Well, I think we're done quick firing, but I just can't help but sit here and wonder about the OG team.
Yeah, and you might well wonder what the OG team thought about it.
I might continue to wonder.
And yeah, that state of wonder will continue forevermore. Because I was on holiday and I didn't, and you didn't prompt me to do it. So
I forgot.
Yeah. Well, it's definitely not my fault. I think we can all agree.
I can agree that.
Yeah.
I can't help but feel like you sabotaged my episode.
Oh, that's true, actually.
true.
I agree with that now.
Yeah, true. Well, we'll have to do an extra episode point where we just deal with the OG team. Hey, OG team, tell us what you think about Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
Yo.
Let's put that out. Let's find out, and then we'll do like an extra little bit at some stage.
Yes.
Yeah. Just to catch up on the OG team, because like you say, a lot of people we know personally and professionally have seen Death Becomes Her.
Yeah.
Deeply professionally. Have seen Death Becomes Her, and it would be good to hear what their good things are. So we will look out for that OG team, unless you're listening to this in the far future. Paul, unless you're listening to this in the bath, as you're inclined to do. Don't fall asleep in there! And yeah, I think that'll do for...
Yeah, I think so.
The OG team.
I'd say so. Please don't fall asleep in the bath.
Don't. Let's get an OG team from Nella. OG team.
Yeah.
I thought you...
Yeah, quickly sum up someone you know and tell me what they think.
All right, hang on. I got to think of something like witty to say as a tweet. OGT.
Good.
That was crispy.
That was a crispy team.
That was a crispy team. I'm a crispy team. And I want to thank everyone for listening to this. Do we have any one better things?
This, I'd say. Yeah, this is good. I enjoyed it. Watch it.
Also, check out those other movies we mentioned. The Frighteners. Very good.
Yeah,
and,
Frighteners is great. I used to love that as a kid. That was very magical.
That was good stuff.
Weird movie.
If I had to pick a better thing, Baby Jane. Whatever happened to Baby Jane?
Yeah.
It's not even remotely the same. But
it's worth watching.
It's
fantastic.
definite thematic connection there. Yeah. I think probably some influence as well. So yeah,
it is an excellent film.
An excellent film that's well worth checking out.
But this one's hilarious.
This one's
This one's hilarious.
It's a lot of fun. Right, Paul, how can people find it? Oh, yeah, there's nothing to promote.
Nope. I have a solo podcast only.
Keep an eye out for that. But also, how can people find out more about OGT?
Okay, well, they could... I thought you were going to ask me about the OG team again. And I was like, I can't.
Nothing. Leave me alone.
I've got nothing for you or anyone anymore. I'm a husk. And all of that is plain to see on OGT Pod at Twitter and Facebook.
Beautiful.
You can send us an email at ogtpod@gmail.com and say, Paul, are you a husk? And I say, I don't know what else to tell you, mate. Say it's still yes. And but I tell you where I pretend not to be a husk.
Oh.
And that's on our TTRPG D&D AP podcast, Quest Fantastic YOB.
Right.
Where you're on it.
I am.
You're
sometimes.
on it.
Yeah, and I have no idea what any of those things you just said are.
TTRPG.
Oh yeah, that I got, but then the rest I was... You don't have to
D&D. D&D, you know.
It's a titty role-playing game, right?
What's the G by OB? What?
No, that was nonsense, that bit.
Oh, yeah, great, cool.
See,
BYOOGT.
Nell's had me explain the joke, and now everyone else gets
Sorry.
it. And
It's a great ambassador.
No, it's genuinely good because I think one of our most positive bits of feedback is generally that they don't know what we're saying. So,
And I keep
They.
tuning out too long to actually engage with anything Goodman says. So.
really genuinely hates me, and it does get in the way of having a one-on-one.
It really is.
Yeah. AP, actual play.
Oh,
Which is-
okay. I learned a thing.
Action points.
Action points, exactly. Action points, actual play, which is kind of misleading because we cut it down and make it a slick show with dice rolls, but not with the where did I put my pants? So as we all know, is the mainstay of a D&D game.
So get involved there.
Yeah, get involved there and get involved here and everywhere. You dirty folks.
I'm Paul Dirty Folks.
I'm the dirtiest folk.
I am Nell Holedy Horn.
Perfect. And remember, the one good thing about Death Becomes Her is probably the bit where someone gets just a hole blown in them.
Yeah.
You can see right through it.
Yeah.
To a Bruce Willis on the other side. The end. Stop it.
The end.
Stop it.
The end.